And when I came here, I said, wow, this is God's plan. So whatever God wants, we're doing it for God. When God chooses to do something, let God do his work.
My name is Chris Norman, and I've had the opportunity to lead Grace Gathering for the last 30 years. Among many of the incredible experiences at Grace, I've helped lead 5 different financial campaigns during that time frame. 4 of these campaigns have been to directly meet the needs of our church. Things like expansions, buying land, building a facility. There are so many different stories of how God provided during those financial campaigns. And then 2.5 years ago, we started a very different kind of financial campaign called For the Sake of Others. Raising money not for our own needs, but helping meet the needs in one of the most under-resourced countries in our world, Haiti. And then secondly, helping meet needs in one of the most under-resourced areas of our city, the Oxford neighborhood.
Simone Brinkley. I'm in the 6th grade.
I'm 10. My name is Corian.
I'm Bronson Williams. I am 17 years old.
Connected with God and friends.
The food and games and the people I see.
Not even friends, it's family here. It's all family here.
I love the oxygen zone.
As pastor of New Life Church of God for over 27 years, I feel the needs of our community at a deep level. And as a church, we've been dreaming and praying for a community center for our children and families in our neighborhood for years. Half of all the funds given by you through the For the Sake of Others campaign went toward developing the Oxford Dream Center with a vision to invest in children and families by inspiring dreams, nurturing self-esteem, and fostering a supportive environment through engaging programs led by dedicated staff and volunteers. Our dream is to someday build a facility right here on the land in the heart of the Oxford neighborhood that will support this vision. But even without a building, your sacrifice has already been impacting lives. The past 2 years, we've been able to establish a weekly program for children in our community that involves food, fun, and fellowship, which is mentorship. Then we were able to hire a part-time program director, Drew Woodson, who's a local administrator who loves the Lord and this neighborhood, and he even grew up here.
To see those young people grow in confidence and in character all make it worth many of the unorthodox days that a director has.
Since he started, we've grown our program offerings to twice a week, serving 28 families 2 times per week.
He was apprehensive of coming in a few weeks before because he was scared he was going to be asked to pray. And just a couple weeks ago, out of the blue, his hand raised and his voice cut through the room and asked if he could pray to pray us out for the day.
We've also made continued progress on the logistical side. We've established a board of directors made up of New Life Church of God elders and Grace Gathering elders. And we've begun conversations with contractors to get quotes with the type of building that we planned for. And would you believe it? Last week of the campaign, we finally were granted our 501c3 status as an official not-for-profit organization. All of this will help us show viability as we apply for grants that could help us with an all-new facility to better serve the community. But again, the impact in the lives of children and families is happening here and now, not just someday in the future.
Haiti has been on our hearts and in our story for many years now, so it's incredibly fulfilling to see what has taken place through For the Sake of Others. As you may know, the other half of all funds given went directly to building a church facility and bringing in Pastor Patrice for our church plant in Cap-Haïtien, Haiti. After years of growing relationships with Haitians in northern Haiti and seeing how God was moving, we knew that supporting them and helping plant this church was the right next move. but we never could have expected what would happen next.
Tonight, the nation of Haiti is reeling after the assassination of its president inside his home.
At least 70 people were killed, including infants, in an attack on the Haitian town of Ponsonde Thursday.
In the Caribbean country of Haiti, armed gangs have been terrorizing the population for years. They kill and torture, and it's forced hundreds of thousands of people to flee their homes.
The gang violence and political unrest made it difficult to have clarity about anything. There was so much uncertainty and instability, not only for us, but for our family and extended family. These were some of the things that we were wanting to pray about and really hear from the Lord about before making any sort of decision. Rosemont said to me that she needed to hear from the Lord first before we make such a decision. She needed to have confirmation from Him before coming to a cap.
The political turmoil and gang violence in Haiti has been nothing short of heartbreaking. So many Haitians from the southern part of the country have had to leave their homes and communities to find refuge in the northern parts of the country. Cap Haitian just so happens to be in the northern part of Haiti, and shortly after we built the walls and roof of the church building, we ended up housing well over 100 people for several weeks until they could find more permanent housing. We couldn't have planned for this, but God brought all of this together at just the right time. Since then, we have been able to complete all of phase 1 of the building, which includes everything needed for daily and weekly church activities. We've also been able to build a parsonage for Pastor Patrice and Rosemond and their 5 kids. Much more importantly than just a building though, we've seen God move in incredible ways. We've seen dozens of baptisms, well over 100 people engaged weekly. God has provided a worship leader whom we prayed for. There's a vibrant children's and youth ministry and so much happening and so much impact throughout the surrounding community there.
I want to say hello to you all in the family of Jesus. And I want to also thank God for His grace and mercy. Without Him, I don't know where we would be today. I also want to say thank you to those whom God gave the vision for what's taking place down here. Thank you that you didn't just come and do your own thing, but waited on the Lord and did exactly what He has placed on your hearts. I thank God for all of His blessings.
Thanks so much for investing in what God is doing there. You truly are making an impact.
One more thing we couldn't have planned for was the huge migration of Haitians right here in Fort Wayne. We've seen hundreds of Haitians show up as asylum seekers looking for ways to integrate into our community as quickly as possible. Dozens have joined our church family. We now include Creole into some of our Sunday gatherings, and we've held separate worship services in Creole as well. Plus, we've been able to help provide ESL classes to 85 people on Sunday mornings, and has even led to the development of an additional arm of Empowered International with the Empowered Legal Aid Network. That's an organization equipped to help asylum seekers and refugees get access to all the necessary resources and paperwork that they need to work, live, and contribute to our community. While none of this was directly related to the original vision for the For the Sake of Others campaign, it has been a tangible and relational opportunity for our church to feel more connected to our Haitian brothers and sisters in Cap Haitian.
We had about 150 families give a total of $650,000 over the course of the 2.5 years. And one of the things so incredible about this is that all of those donations were given in addition to regular giving or tithing. People gave both sight portions of sacrifice and faith portions, not knowing where the money would come from.
We kind of prayerfully looked into it and decided that yes, that's definitely something we wanted to participate in.
The faith portion of the pledge was very difficult for me.
Jokingly, I went into my boss and I said, well, you know, I've worked here for 8 years and I've not had a raise. And I said, it would be nice to get a raise. And we both laughed about it, and I left and I didn't think any more about it.
Our sight portion was going to be just a regular percentage of my income. And then our faith portion was going to be based on, my pay is based on a progressive scale. And when I hit that top number, which is about 50% of the time, we would make a larger cash lump sum donation to the For Sake of Others campaign.
He really was challenging me to pledge an amount that we didn't know where it was coming from and that only he could provide.
Well, my next check, I got a $5 an hour raise. And I felt like the Lord said to me, you need to give that $5 an hour to the campaign. I went home thinking, okay, God, now you told us to give this money, so I'm going to trust you that everything will work out.
And after we made that commitment, instead of hitting that top number 50% of the time, we hit that number probably 90% of the time. It was almost without fail.
And then shortly after, I was awarded a bonus at work for the exact amount as our faith portion of the pledge.
We just feel like the Lord blessed us so that we could bless other people.
And we had no idea where it was coming from, but we just trusted that God was going to provide, and he ultimately did.
So we were not only able to bless those in the For Sake of Others campaign, but also others in the local community and in our area because of that. And it's been a huge blessing for us.
Our faith just grew significantly during this process.
You just can't outgive the Lord.
And so on behalf of our elders, we want to say thank you for your amazing generosity. We'll have more information about how you can continue to partner with the ongoing work in both Haiti and Southeast Fort Wayne if you sense your call to do so. But for now, we just want to celebrate all that God has done. At the beginning of this campaign, we reflected on Acts 1:8, which says, "But you'll receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you'll be my witnesses in Jerusalem, in all Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." And we talked about the impact God wants to make through us in both local and global contexts. The impact God has already made is absolutely astonishing. And I don't know about you, but I am so grateful that we've been able to be a part of it together. God bless.